Welcome to the Safely Controlled Podcast, the show where we think we know what we're talking about, but we're still deeply confused.
That's right, those mysterious, spooky, and sometimes downright ridiculous anomalies that the SCP Foundation works so hard to keep under control.
How do they control them? Why do they control them? Honestly, we're still figuring that out. But hey, we got dice, and that's all we need to choose which SCP we're probably going to mispronounce today.
From homicidal rubber ducks to existentially horrifying vending machines, we're here to explain them to you. Mostly.
So buckle up and suspend your disbelief, and prepare to be entertained by two people pretending they know what's going on. We were trying to plan a vacation here soon, but it's depending on where we actually plan on going. I wanted to go to Ocean City just because I haven't been to Ocean City. I used to go there all the time, and it's more. I kind of think it might just be more of a nostalgic trip that I want to take back because I haven't been there since. I don't think I've been in Ocean City in over 10 years.
Oh, I got you beat there.
And I want to go back.
Oh, I mean, there was a restaurant I used to go to. I think it's called Phillips.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my God, such a good
Absolutely.
seafood all-you-can-eat restaurant.
Big ass fucking sign. How could you miss their fucking sign?
Oh, I love that place.
I want to
haven't
say
been back there in
farther
20 years.
down the road, we used to go to a place. It's called the Bonfire,
I think I know what you're talking about.
and it's this big ass fucking buffet. Like a fucking refill, a drink, like a soft drink, maybe even water if you're fucking not drinking anything, whatever.
Yeah.
But like the buffet per person was probably like 30 bucks.
Yeah.
30, 35 bucks.
Yeah.
I feel like Phillips was
now,
the
of
same
course,
thing.
yeah, it was about the same price, but this is I'm thinking 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure the price, especially now, prices.
Oh,
boom.
fuck.
It's probably like $50 a plate.
I don't think I've been in Ocean City since I was like able to drink alcohol.
Oh,
so
man.
that would even be more fun for me too, because like I know where everything is. We used to stay on the same place, on 8th Street, and like if I'm not mistaken, the way that the roads went is there's Baltimore Ave and Philadelphia Street or whatever the fuck it. Maybe they're just both Avenue, but one runs one way and the other one goes the other way, and I think Baltimore ran towards the inlet, and then Philadelphia ran the other way.
Oh, yeah. I don't remember.
Or it's just vice versa. But all the Thrashers that are in Ocean City, the fries, you ever eat the fries?
Thrashers?
Thrashers fries.
Never have. Or maybe I did and I didn't remember. But
They have on the boardwalk multiple different shops. There's one right on, I think it's right on like 8th Street on the boardwalk. You can get like that giant, it's just like a popcorn bucket, but like full of French fries. Fresh cut French fries. And then you dump all the fucking malt vinegar and salt on there. And it sounds like a good idea, but it never is.
Why?
Two reasons.
Sounds fantastic.
It sounds great, but then you're on a beach where you're surrounded by seagulls, and all they fucking want is
them fries.
They want your
people,
fucking
they're so
fries.
used to people throwing them at them. It's like my cats whenever I'm eating dinner.
And then as soon as you feed one, then you have to feed the rest of the fucking 200 that are flocking around.
Yeah, because you feel bad.
Them.
You're feeding them.
And then those people suck. Because as soon as that's the thing is you feed a couple seagulls. No, I don't. I hate people. And that's the other thing. Like as soon as you feed them, and they start shitting all over the place, then they're everywhere. I hate when people feed seagulls. Hate it.
You're mean as fuck.
I don't give a fuck. Don't feed them. They'll find food. They'll be fine. They're not hungry. They're just dicks.
How do you know they're not hungry?
Seagulls are shit. I've seen Finding Nemos. Finding seagulls. Seagulls are assholes.
All right. I didn't know you had a hatred of seagulls.
No, they're assholes. They're just
trying to live their life.
What are they saying? What the fuck? Oh, mine.
Mine.
Yeah, they're assholes. But the other thing I was gonna say is when you're eating like salty, vinegary fucking fries on the shore, mixing in with salt water and the salt in the air and your fucking breath, it's just I feel like when you're next to a beach, you're breathing in salt.
You are.
So like mix that in with more salt on your fries.
I don't think you're breathing it in.
Yeah, not
okay, perfect example. Every time you go past a steel mill here, are you breathing in sulfur?
A little bit.
Maybe it's just the smell of it, not the actual chemical.
Yeah, but I was gonna say every time I'm eating these fries on this beach, I feel dry. Like it's like you have to fucking be drinking water.
The sun's
constantly.
beating down at you.
I'm also getting the fact. Why can't you let me talk?
Talk.
I'm trying to explain to you.
Okay.
The salt factor
Okay, let me
of the fries and the goddamn ocean,
Okay.
all up in your mouth, and that's why it's like, oh, it's a great idea to eat these fries. They're going to be delicious, but when you're fucking halfway through your shit,
Yeah.
it's terrible.
It is terrible.
And now you're just dry mouth, and like you have to keep chugging water, and it's fucking hot outside. You got a good point there, but like then that's when the fucking seagulls come in.
But you're done anyway, so you give them the rest of your fucking fries and call it a day.
You don't want to feed them, and then you want to put like just either give them to somebody else,
You're gonna
throw them in the trash.
You know you're gonna throw them in the garbage.
Throw them in the trash.
Okay.
And they still go get them.
They're birds.
Mm-hmm.
They're like raccoons.
They're fucking raccoons with wings. They're seagulls.
Okay, so wow, you hate them.
I mean, I wouldn't say hate them.
Hate them?
But I despise them.
That's despise is just as bad, if not worse than hate.
Despise seagulls.
That's so funny. I mean, I grew up on beaches. I mean, Atlantic Beach, Jones Beach, Rockaway Beach. You know, when I was a kid, I was always at the beach.
Are New York beaches this is a really dumb question. Are they like super popular?
Yeah. I mean,
like I know that
I don't know about now. I don't see why like it would slow down. Yeah.
Like boardwalks and shops and shit like that. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you go to Coney Island.
That's what I was just going to ask you. Coney Island.
You'd have to go to Brooklyn. Yeah, but I'm saying, you know, at the bottom of Queens, you know, you got there's Atlantic Beach, there's Rockaway Beach, everything's right there.
I've never been to New York.
I know. Yeah, it's like I'm talking about it, and you don't.
I don't know necessarily how it would be laid out, but maybe we should go to New York.
Oh my God, I'd have a blast.
I feel like I wouldn't.
Really, you'd hate it?
I don't know. Like the thought of like if we were to go to Times Square.
Yeah, I could show you everything.
I don't know. Like some really weird form of anxiety would just come over me because it seems like it's a lot of people.
You have to be able to handle crowds. If you can't handle crowds. You're not going to enjoy a bit.
I'm sure that I can handle crowds, but for whatever reason, something's telling me that crowd seems crazy.
No.
Even like right now, it is 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
On a Tuesday.
Yeah.
What the fuck is what's New York Times Square like right now?
It's just I mean, it's busy. Bring up a fucking webcam of it.
Oh, you got a point.
Right?
Yeah. But no, I've never been more north towards like fucking anything New England.
Yeah, I've never been to Boston or anything like that. It's just weird growing up in New York City.
But isn't that like a whole thing? Like, the New Yorkers and the Boston people, don't they hate each other when it comes? Well, you're not even a sports guy, so.
Well, I know that there's a rivalry between the Yankees and the Red Sox.
And then I think it's just in general. I'm not saying that Boston hates New York and the other way around, but.
Here's the thing. New Yorkers and New Yorkers, Bostons are Bostonians. They're so goddamn proud, there's going to be a clash. So it doesn't fucking matter.
I feel like that's probably just every city.
No, because some cities are cooler, like Pittsburgh. Yeah, Pittsburghers are proud. But, okay.
So's Philly.
Yeah, Philly's proud.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah. But then there's some cities that don't give a shit. You know what I mean?
Like Detroit.
Tarentum. New Jersey. Like who gives a shit?
Like Newark.
Newark.
Yeah.
Like, who the fuck's Newark gonna, like, you know, the only thing they got going for them is an airport.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm sure it's a lovely town.
Let's think of other shitty places that we can travel.
Jacksonville?
Yeah, like, who the fuck is, like, I can't wait to book a week's vacation in Jacksonville, Florida. Sounds wonderful.
There's probably good fish in there.
Yeah, you're right.
There's probably people that say, ooh, I want to go to Jacksonville and fish. Furthest I've been west is see my sister-in-law in California.
Well, that's all the way west. I mean, in this country.
Yeah, and then I've been to Denver a few times because for work. When I used to work for a company, they were based out of Colorado.
We were gonna go to Colorado when Scott lived out there, but when he moved back now, there's not necessarily no reason to go to Colorado, but the main reason was to be like go and visit him and go see some shit. He wanted to take us to Red Rock Amphitheater really bad.
Oh, I mean, I've seen pictures of it. It looks beautiful. I'd love to see it.
He went to multiple shows while he was out there. Mm-hmm. EDM shows and shit like that.
Oh, I bet. Oh, I'm jealous.
That's really because Colorado doesn't give a fuck what you do.
Well, Colorado is one of those really cool it seems like Denver and any town in Colorado would not be like proud and like dickheads like people from New York or Boston.
Yeah, because they're probably high.
Yeah.
I'm not, but also New York. Recently, I feel like New York is also. Don't they have like?
Let's leave the mayor of New York out of this.
No, I was just gonna say recreational weed is in both states.
Yeah, it's yeah, it is.
Okay, but Colorado also has like a lot of different like lenient drug fucking laws as well.
Didn't they just legalize psilocybin mushrooms?
Yeah, that's what I was getting at.
Jesus Christ!
Like Colorado, that's what it means.
Can you imagine being legally
care.
allowed to buy mushrooms that make you trip? like wow.
No, like
it's
poison. You're not supposed to do it.
Well, nobody's supposed to. I mean, it's not a poison.
Isn't it?
Is it?
I feel like it would be because whatever the effect that I don't know. I would assume that it's poison and you're not supposed to really, it's not like a harmful, lethal poison.
Okay. This brings up great. We could talk about this for a while. I think, because this is interesting to me as shit. So, all right, you're a caveman walking around in the Sahara or wherever, or China, most likely China, because that's, here we go. Listen. We're talking about 30, 40,000 years ago. We're not talking about modern society.
Caveman. 30,000 years ago.
Why wouldn't there be cavemen 30,000 years ago?
Okay.
Or people that live in caves?
I'm listening.
Okay.
When you said caveman, I literally thought like a Neanderthal.
No. I'm talking about like people like within the last 100,000 years.
Okay.
Like before society had written language.
Sure.
Okay. You see this plant growing. You throw it on the fire. Everyone's sitting around the fire. They start giggling. Is that poison?
Maybe. Why are they giggling?
Because the marijuana is making them high.
Well, I know. Okay. I would say, why are they giggling? Because then you would have to throw another plant onto the fire to see if it was the plant.
Yeah, and that's what they did.
And then once you throw like 2 or 3 more plants on it, now you're giggling.
Right.
And then this experiment is shit because
Everyone's
I
giggling.
can't tell if it's the plant or not, but I'm having a good fucking time.
You're having a better time than normal. That's the point. So is that poison? Well, anyway, so you see these bright ass red and white mushrooms on the forest floor.
Yeah.
You eat one because you're hungry as shit. You can't find a squirrel for your life.
Woohoo!
And then you start tripping. Next thing you do, you draw Santa Claus with a red and white cap.
What the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
They
They say Santa Claus's outfit's red and white because people were tripping on mushrooms back a while ago. That's how the legends came down.
People fucking say everything. People say that Tom Kenny, the voice actor
Of Squidward?
no, of SpongeBob.
SpongeBob, that's what I meant.
Yeah. Tom
Jesus
Kenny
Christ.
tripped his dick off and came up with the concept of SpongeBob.
I mean, it's a valid idea.
When I hear that, I'm going, you know what? Yeah, because, like, who the fuck came up with this idea in the first place?
I think he just, like, did voices that he could do easy, and he just made a character out of it. Why did he have to trip on it? But anyway.
How do you come up with the idea of SpongeBob without drugs?
How did Mozart come up with his concerts without drugs?
Was he the one that couldn't hear?
No, that was Beethoven.
That's right.
And you know why Beethoven couldn't hear? He had syphilis.
You know what could have cured that?
Penicillin, which wasn't around back then.
I was just gonna say
Weed?
Weed.
Or Santa Claus mushrooms.
All right. Oh, fucking hell.
You want to start this SCP or you want to keep going?
Well, you know what?
Right.
It's actually a really good
Build in.
segue.
It depends on what we get.
No, because I'm not rolling.
You're not rolling?
No.
Or are you looking for a topic?
No, because I had an idea of what I wanted to look at today.
Okay.
Oh, fuck, because this is, this episode would be coming out a week before.
Easter?
Yep.
Are we doing an Easter one?
The Easter Bunny is dead.
Nuh-uh.
I found this one. There's a
Oh, look at the
there's
rating
there's a
on it.
couple. I know there, but it's long enough, and we might have fun with this.
Okay.
There's a couple of more ones in the holiday hub, but I chose this one because it's. I feel like this one was the longest one. I didn't read it, but I had to skim through it.
I like when you do these holiday themed ones.
Yeah, but because I figured
cute.
we need a see. We got some voices.
I'm fine.
We got some voices.
Yeah, whatever.
This will be fun.
Okay.
Anyway, that's our big ass drug talk. That most of that got cut out.
I'm sure. Yeah, we can't. It's not always squeaky clean here.
Choosing to do a specific SCP today, nothing that I've rolled, but I went into the Holiday Hub and found a Easter-themed SCP. This is SCP-4033, and it is simply titled "The Easter Bunny is Dead."
Okay, object class is safe. Special containment procedures. SCP-4033 is currently held at site blank in a padlocked glass container. When handling the object, 1/2 centimeter rubber gloves are to be worn at all times. Now this is crossed out. No direct contact with SCP-4033 is permitted unless conducting a test. No more tests including SCP-4033 are to be conducted under order from the site director. Description: SCP-4033 is a Cadbury's cream egg that cannot be cracked, melted, eaten, or damaged in any other way. If an object touches SCP-4033 through skin contact, the subject will hear a voice. No others have reported hearing the voice, hereby referred to as SCP-40331. SCP-40331 has been reported to have a noticeable lisp and resembles a child's TV show mascot. When activated, SCP-40331 will say, "Hooray! You want to join in my Easter egg hunt? I see you found the first one already, so hurry on, time is of the essence."
Oh, you do a really good Easter rabbit.
I guess so.
Sick. So we know who's playing the rabbit.
I guess if there's a dialogue, I'm playing a rabbit. A painted egg will then appear somewhere within a 10-meter radius of the subject, often found in simple hiding places such as on a shelf or behind another object. If a subject collects this egg, another egg, hereby referred to as instances of SCP-4033-2, will appear under the same conditions of the first. If a subject, other than the one that initiated the hunt, touches an instance of SCP-40332 or SCP-4033 itself, it will burn their fingers, causing them to instinctively drop it. SCP-40331 will then say, "No, you're not part of this hunt, put that down." There are 12 instances of SCP-40332 in one hunt, and subjects are allocated 10 minutes to collect all of these instances in order to win. When the hunt is over, collected instances of SCP-40332 will spontaneously disappear. If the subject wins, SCP-40331 will say, "Yay, yay, yay, you found them all. That means you get the grand prize." The winning subject will then fall unconscious. Medical examination of these subjects reveals that their stomachs are anonymously filled with a substance very similar to Cadbury's chocolate. While all winners have become severely ill and reported extreme pain, none have died. If the subject loses, SCP-40331 will say, "Oh no! You didn't get all the eggs. Oh well, don't worry, you'll get the runner-up prize." The subject will then undergo severe brain trauma and physical distress while still remaining conscious. They will retain basic motor functions and the ability to vocalize, but will die approximately 2 minutes later. Autopsies have revealed these subjects to have a in their brains. Probably a Cadbury egg.
Oh.
Maybe.
Or a chocolate rabbit.
Or something.
That fucking
An Easter
that
egg.
stupid hay or whatever the fuck it's called.
Oh, that cellophane shit. That
That's-
green, blue, pink, yellow.
The stuff that you put
plastic
in,
bullshit.
It's like wrap. It's like it would be like the same shit as you the insert wrapping paper or whatever you put in a gift bag, but you put it in the Easter basket.
It's like a shredded sandwich bag.
It's
with color.
fucking stupid.
It's dumb.
Dumb shit.
Yeah, and it'll last longer than we will. Fuck. All right, now you got me all miserable. Only one full interview has been successfully carried out with SCP-40331. Following Incident 4033-A, no more interviews are to be conducted.
Discovery: local agents situated were alerted to 3 mortalities in a local hospital. All dead were found to have, that mysterious thing in their brains. SCP-4033 was found in the house of a local artist who was found in extreme distress. They were later found to have a substance resembling chocolate in their stomach. An agent touched 4033 and successfully completed the hunt. Foundation backup arrived on scene and retrieved the agent and the SCP. And here is the addendum for 4033A. Interviewed the, which I'm guessing this is the rabbit, and then the interview is D-class member, poor guy.
Of course, D-class member.
Poor guy, 89667. This person, we're gonna
red shirt.
I'm just gonna call him Doug.
He's like the typical.
Any D-class agent is this Doug.
I just think of like Star Trek guys with the red shirt that always die. From this. Anyway,
I did not.
Hooray! You want to join in my Easter egg hunt? I see you found the first one already, so hurry on. Time is of the essence.
All right. What's your name?
Oh, what? That's not important right now. We gotta find the eggs.
No, I need to know. Seriously, what is your name?
My name? Well, you already know. I'm the Easter Bunny.
No, your real name, like Bob or something.
Easter Bunny. That is my real name, right? Yeah?
Okay, I'll come back to that. What was the second question? Where are you?
Where am I? Why, I'm right behind you. Hey, where the hell am I?
That's what I want to know.
It was you. You did this to me. I know it.
Hey, no, I didn't do it.
I know you did.
No! I know what happens to this fucking D-class like me. Don't kill me!
You did it.
No, I didn't. Don't do it, please.
Get the eggs. That's what you did, you bastard.
Okay, yes, Jesus.
I'm Easter.
And then the D-class agent collects all the instances and subsequently falls unconscious. In the closing statement, the D-class agent was later reprimanded for failure to carry out his orders.
Well, what the fuck was he supposed to do?
He was getting threatened by this.
Jesus Christ, this evil fucking rabbit.
He's got to kill the Easter Bunny.
Okay, there's another incident.
It's the same him.
Is
89667.
No, this is a new guy.
This is
yeah, poor
Doug
bastard.
Jr.
You're fucked. All right. So interviewed me again, the bunny. There's a new guy, and I guess let's just read the notes. Shortly after the initial interview, an attempt to further establish the origins of SCP-4331 and its physical state was made. Douchebag 89668 was ordered to memorize a list of 3 questions to ask it. You like that?
He was ordered to memorize specific questions.
Yeah.
Okay. I think, it's just that.
It's like he's catatonic.
I think he's split, by the way.
All right. No.
What is your name?
No, I have no name.
Just tell me your name. I know you have one. Please make this easier for me.
You took it from me, and you put me here.
Well, no, I didn't. But on that note, where are you?
Put me here and left me.
Wait, what did you say? Put me and left? Are you still there? Hello? 4033?
You want to know? The truth is, I don't know. I'm the Easter Bunny. I got nowhere to hop to.
You don't? The allocated 10 minutes to complete the hunt expires and falls to the floor in extreme distress. Agents watching over the test drag him away. And the agent dies 2 minutes after. An autopsy revealed that he had something in his brain. That's the end of it.
That's it. Well, no wonder this had a low rating. It just dropped off. Nothing happens. No recap. No, that's it.
That is it.
I'm a bunny in a cage.
This line, by the way, that fucking line slapped.
Really?
Yeah. This, for whatever reason, the voice that you had there.
I want to hear it. I want to hear it again.
Dude, that kicked ass.
All right.
I picked this one. We can also go review the other one that I was looking at there too. But I mean, for the quick read that this is, what do you think is the thing that's being found in everybody's brains?
Oh, I think it's a Cadbury egg.
You think it's just another Cadbury egg?
I don't know why they would keep expunging it. It doesn't make any sense.
Maybe it's something different every time.
But I don't know.
I like that idea too.
Maybe.
because it could be an egg. It could be like just like a plastic egg.
It could be that
the bunny.
cellophane bullshit.
It could be a fucking gun. It could be just a tumor.
It could be a no brain.
All right, so that was one of the Easter ones. I guess we will go ahead and read the other one here.
Is there another Easter one?
Yeah, there's a couple more actually, but there's only one other one that I was actually interested in reading. I picked that one because I figured that was going to be
it was cool,
rather funny.
I mean, it felt like I don't know. Sometimes these holiday ones feel kind of forced because it's a holiday, but it's cool. I'm down.
So the other one that I have for Easter is 1325.
Easter frog. All right. You want to start this one off?
Sure. So for 1325, once again called the Easter frog. So this is part 2 of our episode here. All 111 specimens of 1325 currently in the Foundation's possession are housed in a large paludarium at a Bioresearch Area 7. The temperature and humidity of the paludarium are to be kept constant at ranges of 25 to 30 degrees Celsius and 50 degrees percent and 50 to 60%.
Humidity.
Respectively, and the specimens are to be fed 2 to 3 times a week on crickets, locusts, earthworms, and baby mice. Any laid eggs by the specimen during Easter are to be given the research staff, whereupon whether the use of research fed to D-class personnel or destroyed.
Wait. In order to propagate SCP-1325, to propagate it.
Take description.
Description: SCP-1325 is a species of frog which resembles the Australian green tree frog. Genetic analysis confirms that it is closely related to L. carula. Oh, I know I butchered that. Foundation zoologists have named it the Easter frog, Latoria pasha. All specimens are anatomically and genetically male. As such, it does not sexually reproduce. On Palm Sunday, as defined by the start of the week before the first full moon after March 21st, an egg will start to grow from the back of every adult specimen of SCP-1325. The egg will develop over the course of the Holy Week until early morning of Easter Sunday, when it will detach from SCP-1325's back.
So that's okay. When it came to like why was the other one interesting to me? Just because it seemed like it was rather comical when the Easter Bunny was kind of insane, and then the whole the hunting of the egg, and only one person can do it. Whatever. Not saying that it was terrible, but like it obviously had somewhat of its own gimmick here. This is a lot more interesting already, just by the process that was just described there.
It seems creepier.
Mm-hmm.
The egg will always begin to develop on Palm Sunday and be laid on Easter Sunday, regardless of which dates these holidays fall on any given year. Most cases of SCP-1325 have been in countries Australia, New Zealand, and the USA, where the vast majority of the population celebrates Easter, and does so on the date of the first full moon after March 21st. The only exceptions are 2 cases in Port Moresby, Papua New Guinea. While Easter is not celebrated in any form in most of Papua New Guinea, Port Moresby has adopted Western culture to a considerably greater extent than the rest of the country, and thus this does not rule out the possibility that SCP-1325's reproductive cycle is determined by the local culture.
I mean, it isn't it Catholic? Or is it Christianity, rather? Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
Easter. What is the vast religion of the entire planet? What is it? Seriously, that's a legit question. No, I'm not the card. The question was, what is the most popular religion?
I don't know population-wise if Muslims beat Christianity.
Oh.
I don't know without Googling it. I'm thinking that there are more Muslims on this planet than Christians, but...
I was just going to say that it wouldn't make sense. Well, obviously, it doesn't make sense that most populated countries, that's just because it's where Christianity follows.
Yeah.
So
Anyway, the hard protective shell of the egg consists of a thick layer of a substance which is identical to chocolate in taste, appearance, and texture, presumably in order to promote human consumption. Inside the egg is a cluster of more than a dozen small jelly-like eggs, similar to those of a normal amphibian, which are nourished and sustained by the yolk sac and albumin. Given that they are clones of the parent, all eggs are genetically identical. Traces of the benzodiazepine derivative drug prazepam have been detected in the yolk sac and albumin. It is thought that prazepam's antioxylytic and sedative properties facilitate human consumption by rendering subjects oblivious to the egg's contents.
I am so glad that you read that paragraph and not me.
Mm-hmm.
I
got lucky.
So the frog's eggs.
Is it frogs or snakes? Why am I thinking snakes?
I don't. It's a tree frog.
Oh, frog.
It's like Easter frog.
Yeah, Easter frog.
Chocolate in taste,
but still has yolks and albumin and stuff on the inside.
Are they chocolate frogs?
I don't know.
I'm getting like Harry Potter vibes. As fucking things on the train.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, that's a good call. When the egg is fully developed and ready to detach, SCP-1325 will seek out sites where it is likely to attract human consumption, typically among similar-looking confectionery, before depositing it. So it just looks around for candy so it can leave its eggs there. The fact that SCP-1325 is able to strategically position its eggs, combined with the fact that it is able to time its reproductive cycle to coincide with Easter, suggests that it is unusually intelligent for an amphibian. However, its behavior outside of its reproductive cycle is identical to that. The egg will remain viable for 2 to 4 days after being detached from SCP-1325. If and when it is ingested by a human subject, the eggs within that survive ingestion will hatch into tadpoles in response to the temperature and pH of the stomach. The tadpoles then attach themselves to the wall of the stomach via small hooks on the tips of their tails to prevent themselves from passing through the pylorus into the duodenum with the chyme. Over the following 10 to 12 days, the tadpoles will feed on the partially digested food in the chyme as they grow and metamorphose into mature specimens of SCP-1325. During this period, the human host will likely experience abdominal discomfort and diarrhea and loss of appetite to varying degrees of severity.
So it's a fucking parasite.
It's a parasite, yep. When SCP-1325 specimens are fully developed and able to survive outside the stomach, they will secrete emetic toxins from their skin, thereby inducing heavy vomiting from the host, which allows them to exit the stomach. They come out the front way. They will also secrete large volumes of mucus in order to lubricate their passage up the esophagus. The host will experience Boerhaave syndrome, esophageal rupture, in around 25% of cases. Once the specimens have exited the host, they will continue to grow for around 6 months before reaching the adult size. This figure is probably an underestimate because it is largely based on data derived from Class D personnel. As all Class D personnel are adults and the vast majority are in their 20s and 30s, there is little data on children and the elderly, groups which can be reasonably expected to be more vulnerable, which skews the statistics downwards. The likelihood of Boerhaave syndrome is greater in cases where the host contains a large number of SCP-1325 specimens, due to a high proportion of the eggs having survived ingestion, and in cases where the specimens have remained in the stomach for longer than is typical and thus have grown quite large. In cases where both these factors are present, the likelihood of Boerhaave syndrome is close to 100%. It's probably because they attach themselves to the stomach lining.
Right, and then
the more you throw up, the more it rips it all out.
They're growing in your stomach.
Yeah.
And then they're coming out the front.
Mm-hmm.
In my head, I gotta show you something real quick.
All right. Did he swallow it?
He had a frog in him the entire time.
He had it in his mouth.
No, the way that he says that he does this. By the way, we're watching David Blaine do his frog.
Okay.
So he keeps it in his stomach, from what he says. See, there's another one.
Oh, Jesus, fuck.
Dave don't like it.
No, you don't like it. Who the fuck would like some? It tastes like chicken. So he had him in his stomach and he was regurgitating them?
Yeah, because whenever he said something about, you can create enough room in your stomach and have enough water for something to stay in there like that and not be, digested or whatever, And that's what he literally apparently was able to swallow 3 fucking frogs and keep them in his stomach.
And then regurgitate them.
And then at one, he's not in that clip, but it was when he was on like Fallon or something. He's like, I'm just gonna put him back, and then he fucking just drinks the frog and he swallows it.
And his body digested him. He just killed him.
No, I think he just keeps them in there. It's like an aquarium. Like he calls it like a stomach aquarium almost.
Well, how do you stop your fucking digestive juices?
He said something about, I think it's about the amount of water that you would drink on like a daily basis or whatever. It's where you're able to stretch your stomach out or whatever the fuck his whole explanation. I think David Blaine's a fucking he's a demon.
No.
David Blaine, you're a demon.
He's just really good at his craft, which is deception.
Yeah, and
so I don't know how he did it. But it's fucking good.
When as soon as that SCP said something about fucking regurgitating frogs, that's my brain went immediately to that motherfucker. Like I said,
Jesus Christ! Oh, did I do that?
No, you're good.
I'm good. So, wow. Okay, that was.
You weren't expecting that to be a real thing.
No, I didn't fucking expect that shit to be real. Fuck no.
And yeah, that was from like some documentary a couple years ago too. But anyway, so there's our SCP for our SCPs for Easter, and this episode I think is going to come out like a couple of days before Easter, which it would be the Tuesday before Easter. So,
oh yeah,
almost a goddamn whole week.
Well, happy Easter, everybody!
Right,
early.
But between those two reads, the Easter frog, the Easter tree frogs that bury you like it's laying its eggs on candy or whatever the fuck it said.
Yeah.
And then when you consume that, then
you eat the candy, and then it attaches in your stomach.
The eggs are attached to your stomach lining, then that's how the frogs are born.
Well, here's the thing. If I see a Cadbury egg hopping around on the back of a frog,
right,
I'm not going to just eat it willy-nilly without looking to see what the fuck's inside.
Well, they lay the eggs at Easter.
I get it.
That's the whole concept.
But the Cadbury eggs are full of fucking tadpoles, right?
Yeah, but you don't know that until you eat it. You just think that it tastes like chocolate. It tastes like a Cadbury egg.
Oh, so it's like in camouflage.
It's just like
and
this.
Then it's got fucking.
It tastes like candy. It resembles candy, but it is most definitely not.
Yep,
and rabbits don't lay eggs. Let's talk about that real quick.
Who the fuck said they did?
I mean, just Easter in general.
Well, no. Of course.
Why is it an Easter bunny? It doesn't lay eggs.
No, he hides the candy in the eggs. Well, like, what are you, fucking 6? You don't understand the whole fucking concept of Easter?
No, it doesn't. Isn't Easter something about what? Jesus has something to do with Easter. I know that.
He
much.
died and rose again.
Yeah, not a big religious person.
Me either.
But
quite the opposite.
Isn't that what Easter is?
Yeah.
So yeah, what the fuck does a rabbit and eggs have to do with anything?
It's just a marketing ploy.
I know.
Okay.
But rabbit. All right, so that
bunnies are cute. Easter's cute. Baby duckies are cute.
It could be an Easter frog, is what I'm saying, because frogs actually lay eggs.
It could be anything. Could be Easter sloth.
Oh my God, what would be a better animal than a rabbit
for Easter?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there would be
an Easter boar.
No, big old sloppy boar. No.
Yeah.
Easter wolf.
No, because I feel like wolves are...
You want something that's innocent, like a rabbit.
Yeah.
Like a squirrel. There could be an Easter squirrel.
They don't lay eggs.
They don't. Neither do fucking rabbits.
That's... We're not on the same page.
So you want an Easter chicken?
Yeah. Yeah, actually.
But you're mad that there's no Easter chicken. But
meanwhile, literally, actually, you know what's funny now that I think about it? The fucking stupid Cadbury egg commercials where it's the rabbit and it just goes bark, bark, bark.
That's the fucking point.
Yeah. Easter chicken.
You just realized that now?
Yeah, but it doesn't make any sense.
It's not supposed to.
Well, there you have it.
All right.
I like the frog one more than I really did like the one with the Easter bunny going insane. But
how dare they have chocolate marshmallow peeps on Easter? There was no marshmallows during.
Dude, if you like peeps, you are a psycho.
Peeps. I don't like.
They're fucking garbage
it's just
food.
Sugar and air.
I mean, like marshmallows are better than peeps.
Well, it's the it's the coating they toss them in.
That's fucking disgusting.
I mean, some people like them. They grew up on them.
Yeah, you grew up at a really shitty time then. I mean, like I grew up around them. I just didn't eat them.
My mother-in-law, if I buy her some, like she'll let
Peeps.
them dry out for like a few days. Like she opens them up and she just leaves them out in the air so they get hard.
And then
she
eats
eats
them?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's her favorite.
I thought she was going to cook with them
No,
or
you don't
something
fucking
different.
cook with a fucking peep.
You probably could.
You probably could. I don't know
I'm
if
not
you
saying
do.
that you should. You shouldn't eat them at all. They belong in the
sweet
trash.
potato casserole with peeps on them.
Oh, yeah. Probably too much sugar.
Well, sweet potato casserole. What do you
Yeah.
expect?
Depending on what your recipe is for the sweet potato casserole.
Yeah.
What is your Easter dish?
Mine?
Yeah, like what is your go-to dish?
Ham.
No, I mean, so that's what you're making.
I always make ham every year.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Nice. How do you make your ham?
I put it in a sous vide bag and throw some pineapple in there and leave it in there for a few hours.
In a bag? What?
I have a sous vide immersion circulator, so I just
Oh.
yeah. So I vacuum seal the ham with some pineapple in there,
Mhm.
throw some brown sugar, leave it in the bag, and it's best if you do it overnight, real low. That's how I do it, and then I open it up and it's delicious.
That sounds weird. That sounds fucking like the way to do it.
Yeah.
We always did like the brown beer mustard coating on it as well.
Mhm.
Like
To get everything stick.
it's
Yeah.
delicious.
Yeah.
Get all the what the fuck am I thinking of? The cloves.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a but. Especially if you don't get those fucking things off, they taste like shit.
The cloves?
Yeah,
Well,
fucking.
yeah, I mean, it's
Um,
cloves.
The only fucking recipe, like the only holiday recipe that I ever make for any holiday, except this past Christmas, I didn't make it because we went like completely different than what we normally would make. At my parents' house, we normally make my dad usually makes a big ass fucking lasagna for everybody, but Days got whatever he decided against that because it costs a little bit. It's pretty expensive to make it.
Okay.
But he made fucking chicken parm, and we went Italian still. But then I made like fried zucchinis and shit like that.
Mm.
But normally I would make the broccoli casserole that you've had before,
Yeah, that's good. I like it when you make that.
which is easy. Just get yourself some broccoli, get yourself some Velveeta cheese, get yourself some Ritz crackers, and mix
So
all that
good.
shit up and bake it. It's
Yeah.
perfect.
So easy too. It's a great.
Take that with you
Yeah.
and share it with the world.
Mhm.
Well, that will be the end of this episode. Like I said, this is coming out. I think it's the 18th that this would
Yeah,
be coming
because
out.
Easter's on what? 420.
Oh no! So then it wouldn't be the 18th. It would be a couple of days before that.
Yeah.
Exciting actually. This would also be the episode that comes out before the WrestleMania, because WrestleMania is the exact same weekend. So I'm actually excited for that as well. So, thank you guys for stopping by the channel here on Going with Rogue, listening to the Safely Controlled podcast. Please like and subscribe to the channel so you do not miss out on any future episodes. We are uploading at 8 a.m. every Tuesday here on Eastern Standard Time. If you live anywhere else, that's your fault.
Yeah, it's your fault.
Wake up on the East Coast like everybody else does.
Everybody.
Everybody except everybody else. Anyway, thank you, Rob, for stopping by today.
Oh, for sure.
And we'll see you guys in the next episode.
All right, later, guys.